T. Carlisle for quick question. What are your favorite animated films? Could be anything from Pinocchio to Fritz the Cat. Keep up the great work.
I like The Incredibles a lot. That's a great movie.
Great movie.
I'm having a hard time thinking of other ones. I love The Incredibles.
There you go. I think that's a good one.
There are other ones. I just can't think of any off the top of my head.
There's so many good ones. Oh, did you hear? And you probably don't care, but Avalon is showing Miyazaki films all March.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Bunch of Studio Ghibli stuff is going to be shown on the big screen in Milwaukee in March. I'm super.
Well, that would be a good excuse to. I'm always trying to fill my pockets of movie, different types of movies I'm not familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a ton. I'm hoping they line up just right so I can take my boys who still have not seen My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh, sure.
Which is the one with the giant cat, so they're gonna love it.
Ah.
I like a lot of Studio Ghibli stuff. Cute and imaginative.
Yeah.
Howl's Moving
Castle.
It's beautiful.
I remember when that came out. I played at the Oriental.
Yeah, Spirited Away.
That's the one with the horse, right?
What?
Oh no, that's Spirit. There's a movie called Spirit with a horse.
No, Spirited Away is very different.
Spirit is an animated movie with a horse, though.
But I like a lot of that stuff because it's out there.
Who's got a horse?
Spirit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's because you weren't in the room.
Yeah. Ponyo. Oh yeah, Ponyo's beautiful. The retelling of The Little Mermaid.
Not good.
The Studio
Oh
Ghibli.
yeah, I know what that is.
Ponyo's beautiful.
Not good. Ugh.
Oh no, hello Draco says, which is better, the warehouse, the Borg Ward, or the Rave Eagles ballroom? Well, not the Borg Ward
Not the Borg
anymore.
Ward.
For anyone...
All right, I'm in the room. I still don't know what you're talking about.
No,
these are Milwaukee music venues.
These are Milwaukee music
How
venues.
do you know about the Borg Ward?
They
And
must
why
be
would you
from
even
around
clump it
town.
in with real venues?
The Borg Ward has been a Milwaukee DIY art space / band venue for the past, what,
7, 8 years?
8 years. It's this little rat hole of a place. And I say that with all love. All love, the Borg Ward.
I have not thought about the Borg Ward in a really long time.
It was this beautiful place. It was like an artist co-op space where you could rent spaces, but like they never had a functioning bathroom.
Yeah.
They had one toilet in a building with 4 stories. One toilet. And they would have
Didn't
like
people live upstairs
people
too?
lived upstairs
in like tiny closets of rooms.
And they used this one toilet, and it was this little DIY space like on the fringe of Walker's Point, like right near the bad area. It was great. It was great. And they
What
would
were
have,
there other the Borg Ward and the Rave Eagles Ballroom? What was the other one?
I just want to talk about the Borg Ward.
It doesn't even matter. The Borg Ward is not a place you would include in venues when you think of Milwaukee music venues, unless you're into really fringe stuff.
Really fringe. Like they would have like noise bands played there. One of my favorite memories of the Borg Ward is going to see a friend's noise band do a noise score for Predator.
Oh, I remember that. I
Did you
didn't
see
go.
that?
I wasn't there, but I remember when it happened.
It was amazing. They played Predator on a projector and played a noise ambient score, replacing all music and dialogue for Predator with like... It was great. It was the greatest.
That sounds horrible.
It was the greatest. I loved the Borg Ward. I loved and hated the Borg Ward.
I shot a music video at the Borg Ward. I think
right.
I think it's on my YouTube channel still.
That's right, you did.
I think you can find it on there.
Oh, The Borg. So in any case, the Borg Ward, everyone assumed a month after it opened that it would be shut down.
Is it still there?
No, it just finally got shut down after 8 years.
Oh, really? Okay. God, I
They-
can't believe it lasted that long.
No, I mean, the place was falling apart.
Yeah, it was a dump.
It was a dump. But, it just kept limping along.
Huh, that's funny.
And finally, they booked a show last weekend that apparently no one knew because, the way they book shows is you just have to know someone who writes your name on a paper calendar. It's
Sure.
It's terrible. It's great. It's terrible. It's everything I love and hate about everything. The Borg Ward.
The Borg Ward.
You just have to know someone who knows someone, and oh, can I do a show here that time? Let me check the count. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure, just come and play the show.
To whoever asked that question, how do you know about the Borg Ward?
Yeah.
Unless you're someone that actually lives in Milwaukee. How did you know about the Borg Ward? I'm curious.
So what happened is they booked a show, and apparently the band is very well known. Normally a show there gets 15, 20 people.
Yeah.
But there was a good 100 people there. And enough people came that the cops got called for a noise violation.
Oh.
The cops did let the show finish, but noticed that the place was crumbling.
They're like, wait a minute, this whole building's about to collapse.
So the city inspector finally, after 8 years, showed up and said that it was not fit for habitation.
An appropriate end to the Borg Ward.
Yes. So they no final show, no last hurrah. It was,
That's
can't believe it lasted that long.
That's perfect. I like that.
People like strange things.
I hated going there because it was an all ages DIY venue,
Yeah.
and so you couldn't really drink at shows, but you could if you went into the garage that was falling even more apart.
Did they, in the back alley behind the place, did they have a refrigerator out there?
No, you just had to keep it in the cold.
Okay. I thought I remember there being a fridge outside that had beer in it, but I could be misremembering.
No, you just had to bring it. Hello Draco says, I was a tour manager for a noise core / grindcore band.
Okay, you should know about the Borg Ward then.
Then,
That's an appropriate reason to have heard of the Borg Ward.
The Borg Ward. Oh, man. Just the shittiest place.
Is it possible for a word to lose all meaning when it never had any for you to begin with?
Borg Ward.
Borg
Yeah.
Ward?
Borg Ward. Borg Ward. Yeah. Yeah. Good times. The Borg Ward. I played many shows at the Borg Ward, all to 4 people. Putting them all together. All the shows together, we played in front of 4 people.
And those 4 people were in the other band that was playing that night,
Yes.
right? Yep.
Yep. It was a weird place. The
I
weird,
look back
weird
on
place.
memories of those types of experiences fondly, and I'm glad that I never have them now. Those types of experiences.
There's
I'm done with
a
that.
whole adult thing.
Apparently I went straight too. Because I'm Rich Evans. I don't know.
You went straight to the adult thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Well, have you been to any concerts?
Weird Al?
Okay.
When I was 7, I was dragged kicking and screaming with my grandmother because she couldn't let me out of her sight for a second
Yeah.
to a Wayne Newton concert. It was the most,
Okay, I think I
the
knew
most
this.
miserable thing of all time.
Yeah, I can see that.
Same with Liza Minnelli.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'd rather see Wayne Newton.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can't. I don't believe Rich ever went to the Borg Ward.
No.
No.
Have you been to any of the music venues?
No.
No. Any of
I had Mike drag me to Summerfest once. We saw Local Age. It was too loud. It was
You cranky old man.
It was too loud to be enjoyable.
You cranky old man.
Summerfest in general does suck, though.
Well, like as an adult,
Yeah.
there's no good reason to go to Summerfest.
It's not a good venue. Like, if there's a specific band you want to see, it's not the best place to see them.
Yep.
It's crowded as fuck and obnoxious.
Yep. And the beer is overpriced.
Yeah.
Everything is overpriced.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Lots of great festivals in Milwaukee in the summer. Almost every weekend there's a festival, and they're all smaller and more intimate and more enjoyable. Summerfest is the big one, but it kind of sucks.
Like maybe if there's that one band that's not coming back into town, it's like
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Every year I say I'm not going to Summerfest, and almost every year I end up going at least one day. But last 2 years, I don't think I've gone at all, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. You know what, Mr. Bibbs? That's not always true. Mr. Bibbs says studio songs are always less than live music. There are many cases in which I prefer the recording. You know, in the recording, you can make it sound really good.
Yes.
And if you're on an outdoor stage with 100 drunk assholes in front of you, like, it's not the best venue for live music. I saw Coheed and Cambria
Yeah.
at Summerfest. You know, they wail, but their records are precise and biting and all over the place. Math rock. It's great.
Yeah.
And they're not really mathy. Anyone who's a music person is going to yell at me for calling them math rock, and I'm very sorry. They're more proggy, but they're straightforward. Josh isn't here.
What?
I'm very sorry, everybody. No, I'm just going to get yelled at because I'm saying words, and that's not exactly what they are. But I saw them at Summerfest, and they were washed out, and it wasn't a good performance.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
The worst is when a band is just sort of going through the motions, where they don't look like they're having fun playing. And you're like, well, why am I here?
Right?
I've had that happen.
Yeah. Like I just saw, you know who I enjoy is that Courtney Barnett. Have you heard any of her music?
I don't think so.
She's like an Australian garage rocker,
Okay.
but all of her lyrics are very almost like free form. Like she'll just like sing about stuff, and it's like, I ate a sandwich the other day and the sandwich was really good. And that was my sandwich. But
That sounds great.
But it's Australian, so it sounds great.
Okay.
She has the most adorable accent ever. And she put out a really good record. And she was on Colbert the other day. And her live really sucked.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't have any of the fun. You can barely hear what she's saying. She's struggling to play her own guitar.
Ah.
Yeah, just wasn't any good. I blanked. Who was Jack talking about? I just recently talking about Courtney Barnett not enjoying live. Before at Summerfest, I saw Coheed and Cambria, who I was also disappointed with live, whose recorded music I really enjoyed. Sounds like jazz lyrics. Yeah, a lot of her lyrics are very jazzy. But possibly she has one song called No One Really Cares If You Were Ever Going to the Party. Her album is called Sometimes I Sit and Think and Sometimes I Just Sit.
Okay.
That's all her music is about. It's just like a suicidal elevator operator.
Okay.
Just weird shit, and I enjoy it. Anyway. Tips. Ithon Mage says, here's more incentive to blow up a VHS tape varmint style. I would really love to see it happen in any form. Here's my LOL fuck my cock money on the table. And Jack, hope you're feeling better. I do. Thank you, Ithon Mage. She is quirky, and I like it. Courtney Barnett. She's Australian. And adorable.
Oh, that's great.
Are you dying all over the place?
Yeah, I'm dying all over the place because I've got nothing but rookies.
Oh,
and
I'm
rookies
sorry.
suck.
I'm very sorry. Jack, are you going to catch They Might Be Giants on their farewell tour this year? This is the first I've heard of them having a farewell tour.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that.
And if it is true, then yes.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I think They Might Be Giants is an exception to my general. It wasn't a general rule. I saw They Might Be Giants live, and they were amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I would like to see them live, especially if this is the last chance. I didn't know that they were closing up.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
I've never heard about them splitting up. I guess I don't pay too much attention to them anymore.
Yeah.
But of course, I loved seeing. I saw them at the Barrymore in Madison. Great little theater. Great place to see them. They did a shtick where they just turned on the local radio and tuned into different stations and then just started playing along with whatever song came on the radio. It's a great shtick.
Yeah, that's good.
And then that turned into the final songs, the fingertips montage at the end of Apollo
that's not
18.
a soldier. That's a fucking...
Ah,
Just son of a bitch.
Great concert. I had John Flansburgh. Yes, Flansburgh. The left-handed guitar player, not the piano player.
sure.
That's John.
That's other John.
Oh, at one point I knew. What's his name? John.
I just know them both as John.
They're the Johns. John. Come on, nerd. Come on, nerd. I used to know this. Lionel? Lionel and Flansburgh? John Lionel, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, John Flansburgh signed my shoe.
Okay.
I lifted up my shoe because I didn't have anything for him to sign, and he was out signing autographs. And I had him sign my shoe, and he said he really hated that.
Signing the shoe?
Yeah.
Well, it's a dirty shoe.
Well, and he's just like I really hate this because it's just gonna wear off and it's not gonna mean anything.
Yeah.
And I told him no, I would keep it.
Okay.
I still have that shoe.
Oh,
I
okay.
have his signed shoe still. I know he said he hated it, and that made me find a new pair of shoes and hold on to his signature.
Take a picture of that shoe and tweet it at them
I will.
and say, I still got the shoe, you motherfucker.
I would never say that. I love you.
You stupid asshole. I still have the shoe. How long ago was that?
Oh God. How long ago was it? That was when they were promoting Mink Car. So that was and that that was 10, 12 years ago.
Okay.
I quit.
You quit?
Yeah, this
Oh my
this playthrough is
God.
not going to happen.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I'm going to immediately look up whether or not they're really giving a farewell tour.
Yeah.
I love They Might Be
If that's the
Giants.
case, I would like to see them.
Great live band.
Yeah, I've never seen them live.
Great live band. I may be misremembering this, but I believe that Real Big Fish opened up for them.
Oh, that's odd.
Yes.
It's an odd combination.
I need to look this up now.
Am I playing in Iron Man mode or can I just reload? I only play in Iron Man mode. Everything else feels like a cheat. Oh, you fucking stood right in front of the stairway with your panic? You...
You!
Well, I can't get the other soldier out.
Very sorry. We're talking about the band They Might Be Giants.
And by extension, Real Big Fish.
Possibly one of the greatest bands ever. Real Big Fish, less so. But at the time,
A friend of mine's cousin is in
Over a-
Real Big Fish,
over a
or
decade
was.
ago.
They've been through so many different band members.
Uh-huh.
I think he's one of the ones that's been with them since the beginning, and I think he's still with them.
Oh, okay. One of the horn.
Yeah, one of the horn
Sure.
guys. So I saw them. I've seen them a few times, just as a result of having that connection. And I was into their stuff when I was in like high school.
Oh, sure.
So seeing them a few years after that is a little like, it's kind of fun, just on like a nostalgic level, I guess.
Oh, sure.
But it's amazing there's still those bands out there. There's still those ska bands doing their thing.
Still working.
They're still working. It's almost more amazing that there was a brief period of time where ska music was sort of mainstream.
Right?
It's such an odd thing. It was brief, but Mighty Mighty Bosstones were in Clueless. Like, what a weird time.
Right? you know, let's just make Mustard Plug happen.
I
What
remember Mustard
does
Plug.
ska sound like again?
Upbeat rock and roll with horns.
Yes.
Okay.
Or as my uncle used to call it when I was into it in high school, he would call it New Wave Polka.
Nice. Nice.
Like, why do you listen to that New Wave Polka crap?
How am I going to get the Twitch video to edit? Is there a way to download? Yeah, if you go to type in Twitch down, a website called Night Dev. Night's like the opposite of day, night. Night Dev has a series of Twitch tools that allows you to download Twitches. We use them. They have a bunch of tools for us that we use for like our notifications, which are turned off today. But Night Dev to download Twitch videos. They're a great resource.
Look, I had a sniper, which in this game is lousy, and 3 rookies. It's amazing they didn't all die.
Yeah?
Oh, and she promoted to a sharpshooter. That's just... Well, she's useless.
Ska equals reggae at twice the speed with a brass section.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate, actually. You don't remember Real Big Fish?
I don't music.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up!
They were in the film Basketball.
Their cover of Take On Me is classic ska.
That's that's in Basketball.
Yeah. Listen, you're looking at the proud owner of the Basketball soundtrack. All right?
I had that too. I probably still do somewhere, but I had it in high school.
Everybody had it.
Take On Me, isn't that song that's useless without the music video?
Why would it be useless without the video?
Because the song sucks and the video doesn't?
You know,
It's a song of its era.
it's a song of its era, and the Real Big Fish version doesn't suck.
It's better, yeah.
Much better. Remember the 90s? Right, I know. These are the thing. These are the things, guys. These are what we're talking about. We're talking about, we've reached ska music.
That's where we're at.
It's a thing we remember. The more important thing to remember is that They Might Be Giants is an amazing band.
That reminds me, I just watched, did you ever see the movie SLC Punk with Matthew Lillard?
No, never.
It's a good movie. It's
yeah?
it's like a coming of age movie, and
Okay.
but it's a period movie, and it takes place in the 80s. And the guy who made it just made a sequel, like 15
What?
years later or something. Like, because I think the first movie came out in like '99.
Okay.
For whatever reason, he decided to make a sequel, even though Matthew Lillard's the main character of the first movie, and it's a coming of age story and has an arc. He's not in the second movie. It's all like the peripheral characters.
Okay.
But it's about one of the main characters from the first movie had a kid, so it's about his kid. The first movie took place in the 80s, and it was all about like punk rock in the 80s and stuff. And so this one's like the 90s. So it's like, oh, okay, I was, a punk rock teenager in the 90s. Like, maybe
Sure.
I'll get something out of this movie. And the movie sucks, for one thing. It's horrible. It's horrible and pointless, and nothing happens in the whole movie.
Oh.
But there's like no indication that it's like a period thing or that it takes place in the 90s. There's like a Rancid song in one scene, and that's it.
Oh.
So there's like nothing connecting it to that era of... I mean, punk sucked in that era anyway, but it was
Sure.
still a thing. Nothing to connect it to that. So... doesn't work as a movie, and it doesn't work as a
Nostalgia trip?
a 90s punk period thing.
Like it would be that hard to get some no effects up in here.
Exactly. It can't cost that much.
What are they doing?
Throw some no effects in there.
Throw
Yeah.
in some Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. That's actually probably too late.
No, that was 90s. I was listening to them in high school. Me First and the Gimme Gimmes.
Oh, Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. Poke Alex in the eye. Just curious about what brought you all to Milwaukee, of all places, for movies. I know Rich has said that he and Mike are from Chicago. What about Jay and Jack? Thanks for the fine entertainment.
It wasn't my stupid idea.
I moved up here for school. I moved up here for college, and I just stayed because I like Milwaukee. We make fun of it all the time, but I actually really like Milwaukee.
And your career prospects dropped to 0.
In this industry, yes. But thanks to the magic of the internet, we can work from anywhere.
Yeah, no, even before we started doing the website stuff, I was doing just fine.
I
I
Sounds
owe a
like
lot
grew
to
up
this
around here.
city.
It's
It's
a lot of people.
Milwaukee
give
has
it
been
shit.
good to me.
Milwaukee's a nice city. It's quiet. People like each other in general. People don't get in your way. That's my biggest thing. You can film anything around here. People just want to help.
That's one thing I will complain about. And this is if you're not in New York or LA, if you're somewhere in the Midwest and you're filming outdoors, you inevitably get the dummies wandering up to you saying, "What you filming? What's this for? Is this going to be on the news?" I hate it.
But-
Every single time you shoot outside, it happens.
The flip to that is you can go to just about any business establishment and say, "Hey, can I film in here?" And they'll go, "Ah, sure, do whatever you
Oh,
want."
sure. Yeah, that's fine.
And
Well, that's
you know what?
filming indoors, though.
But you do if you do that in LA or New York,
Yes.
they're charge you. They know
right.
the biz.
Yeah. I'm talking exclusively about shooting outdoors when people bug me.
When people
We
bug
shot
me.
when I was in New York City. We were shooting. I think it's still somewhere on the website. We did our Ghostbusters tour. The greatest thing. Nobody stopped us. Nobody looked at us. We were in their way, and I was like, "This is great." These people despise the fact that we're shooting outdoors, and they're just going to ignore us, and I love it.
Oh. Well, there you go.
But that's my only complaint: is shooting outdoors and having the inevitable "What you filming?"
Well, and shooting in general, most people leave Milwaukee to say act or work in movies, and so if you're looking for help, sometimes it can get a little.
That's true.
slim
Yeah, and we
pickings.
talk about that in the Space Cop commentary. How hard it is to find good actors. They're here,
Yeah.
but it's harder to sift them out.
Nearly
Yes.
impossible.
Yeah, nearly impossible.
You
Yes.
have to end up using Rich Evans in the movies. Terrible.
Hey, you actually wanted me for one of your projects.
And
Jack.
you were great in it. You were great in Poop Again.
What you didn't know was I was living in Chicago at the
I
time,
did
so
not
it was,
know.
it was a trek for me to get my ass out here to do a favor for somebody who, at the time, I didn't know all that well.
And I appreciate it still to this day. I look back fondly on that production. Let's see here. Pahi Boint says, sorry, they're not breaking. Oh, They Might Be Giants are not breaking up. They just won't be touring anymore.
Oh, so what? Well, you like them live, so I guess it means a lot to you.
Yeah. I'd still like to see them one more time.
It's not heartbreaking though.
No. If they were done making music, that would be. I mean, I there's so much
Maybe they all hate each other.
that no.
There's only two of them.
There's the Band of Dans.
What?
The Band of Dans.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know if they're all Dans anymore, but there was a point in which their live band that they played and recorded and toured with were all
Oh.
named Dan.
Oh, okay. Was
So-
that by design as a joke because they're both named John?
Nope.
No.
So the Johns and the Dans. Oh, They Might Be Giants. They're just the greatest. They're just the greatest band ever.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Do it. Move it. Now I need to Google whether or not they ever toured with Real Big Fish.
We'll need to look for vulnerabilities if we're going to take that thing out.
Giants ever.
Someone's asking about the Turbo Kid soundtrack. I have a digital version of it. I don't have a record player, although I've been interested in getting one and making a small little collection of vinyl, but I have not done that. Josh has the Turbo Kid soundtrack on vinyl.
Oh, okay. Josh is a vinyl person.
Yeah, he is. There are certain things, like a lot of re-releases that come out on vinyl that look like, that have like interesting packaging, and it's more of a presentation. It's a collector's thing. And there's some of that type of stuff I've been interested in maybe looking into, but I have not as of now.
$2,000.
Oh, okay.
So
16 years ago.
I saw Real Big Fish and They
15
Might
years
Be
ago.
Giants almost 16 years ago. That might be sad.
I went and saw. This was like probably close to 15 years ago.
Oh, bullshit.
Bullshit, Jay. Bullshit, it was 15 years ago.
Okay, it was 14 years ago.
There you go.
I went and saw Bob Dylan.
Oh.
Just because it was like, I like Bob Dylan, his older stuff, but I'm not the biggest Bob Dylan fan, but it was one of those things where it's like, I'll go see Bob Dylan because then I can say I saw him. He's one of those people. He's been around so long, and it's like, then I can say that I've seen Bob Dylan live.
Listen what he's dead.
I have no fond memories of the concert. I have no concrete memories of it being a great concert or a memorable concert. So I can say I saw him, but I don't remember much about the concert because it was completely forgettable.
Oh. Well, there you go.
He played a lot of newer stuff, and nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Missed. Fucking rookie. Fucking rookies.
But now I can say, when he passes away, I got to see Bob Dylan.
See Bob Dylan.
I never saw David Bowie.
Yep.
But I've seen Bob Dylan. I don't remember a damn thing about the show.
No. But you saw him.
But I saw him.
That's all that matters.
All right, we're going out in a blaze of glory here.
All right, do it. That's why for a while I was going to a bunch of shows, a lot of shows, and you kind of always hope that you see them in the small venue right before they kick it big.
Oh, sure.
Never happened.
I've seen lots of bands in small venues.
Me too.
None of them got big.
None of them got big. Not even a little bit. I saw a lot of good shows though.
Oh, sure.
A lot of fine quality shows. Let's see here. Loner Archon. To Jack, Jay, and Rich. Can you recommend a movie that is good, but from a genre you generally do not enjoy? If not, please disregard this note and take my money because I also enjoy listening to you talk. A movie that is good, but from a genre you typically do not enjoy.
The one everyone says is When Harry Met Sally.
Sure.
When it comes to romantic comedies. That's a good movie.
Sure.
Trying to think of something a little less obvious, though.
Oh, sorry.
I'm thinking.
It looked. You took in a breath, and so I was ready.
This is a horror movie I like. There's got to be a horror movie I like.
There's got to be a horror.
You like Near Dark,
I was gonna. Yeah. Yeah.
which I've still never seen, but I know you like that.
Stand-up time.
I was gonna say Evil Dead too, but that's more comedy.
Yeah. And everybody's seen it.
Time to stand up.
Jack's
Everybody,
standing up.
You gotta stand up.
And I have still not seen The Witch.
Jay, have you seen The Witch?
I have not seen The Witch yet. I really want to. It looks right up my alley. I just haven't had time.
Oh, stretch out them hammies. I think the important part is not just to stand up, but do some lunges, light lunges, not too deep. You don't want to overexert yourself, but just get the blood flowing a little bit. That's important. Just move a little bit. I'm trying to think of I'm more trying to think of just a genre that I don't like.
Yeah, I like most things. I mean, I don't like romantic comedies in general because most of them are cheap, cynical crap. But you know, you get something like When Harry Met Sally. It's good. Yeah,
I'm just about done.
I can't really think of anything else.
Just about done.
Okay.
We'll get more people killed. Just fuck it at this point. I'm just charging straight in with my next mission. Just straight in, dashing constantly.
Do it. Do it.
You know, I don't like a lot of broad mainstream comedies, but I really like Role Models with Paul Rudd and Sean William Scott.
Really?
The only reason I even saw it is because David Wayne directed it. I was like, that's interesting.
Oh.
That's a weird choice.
There you go.
It's a mainstream comedy. It doesn't have a lot of the weird like Wet Hot American Summer stuff, but
Yeah.
it's those two have good chemistry, and it's solid.
Well, there you go.
Chat, this game is worth it. I'm having a really bad run right now.
And that happens. You get that RNG, man. That random number generator can really fuck you sometimes.
This is one of the harder difficulties. So, yes, totally worth it. I'm loving the game.
What's your current hour count in XCOM 2? We just saw right before we started. How many hours do you
Well,
have?
when we started tonight, it was
Yeah.
like 119.
If that should tell you all you need to know about how much Rich likes XCOM 2.
Yeah.
He so far has 119 hours into it.
I beat the game on Veteran, and I've currently moved up to Commander difficulty,
There you go.
for people asking. I'd show you the last mission, at least the last couple turns of it, but that would be like spoilers and a half.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's a good question. Jay, are you still editing with Final Cut?
Yes.
You are. Okay. That was a good question. I was curious about that as well.
I'm a ninja on it, damn it.
the game is a buggy, unbalanced mess. It's got bugs. I'll grant that, but I completely disagree about it being unbalanced. Completely disagree. Just because the game is hard doesn't mean it's not balanced. And if you think it's too hard, knock it down a difficulty notch.
Yeah.
You don't have to prove how much of a man you are when you're playing your single-player video game.
I'm playing on Rookie, and I constantly feel challenged, but reward. You know, like I feel like I've earned every victory. That's an important. That's the only balance that matters. Is did you earn the victory?
I was saying earlier how amazed I was at how well the timer actually is balanced once you get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're completely fucking wrong about it not being balanced. You're right about the bugs.
Some bugs, some crashes, some weird glitches. Loner Archon, no, I haven't named one, mostly because I don't have a genre that I don't like. I cannot think of a single genre that I usually stay away from. I just like movies, so I cannot answer your question. Rich, when are you going to finish The Last of Us?
Never.
Maximum power consumption reached.
Let's see here. That's not what unbalanced means. The problem is some tactics are plainly better than others, i.e. not swords, so the variety is wasted.
Compared to the first one? No. There's a whole lot you could do with debuffing enemies. Try some of the fucking poison grenades, poison ammos, flashbangs. To be fair, I'm not doing now, but
Yeah.
I'm saddled with rookies and poor funds because I had a bad start.
Yeah.
I probably should grab some flashbangs. That's on me. But there are tactics that work. You could try using a scout ranger and actually try leveling up some sharpshooters. That might work out for you. So no, I disagree.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Rich, Anonymous, says, have you tried any of the XCOM remakes or knockoffs like Xenonauts?
Xenonauts is one, I don't know why I never have. I have it, I should. I wanted to play it, but I don't know why I never have, because there's so many fucking games to play.
There's a lot of games to play.
In the Steam era of everything's on sale.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
Great time. Great time to live. Great time to be alive. We got Steam, and we got toaster ovens.
These are true statements.
So, it's a person in chat who's apparently just doing the same strategy over and over again. What is this thing you're doing?
Also, if you're using the same strategy over and over again and are bored with it, why not try a different strategy? Just put. I mean, you get to make all the decisions when you play a video game, which is the fun thing about a video game. So you're in that driver's seat, man. Who is everyone should have a toaster oven. They're great.
I have an oven and I have a toaster.
Yeah?
Do I need a toaster oven?
I'd say get rid of the toaster.
You know, I think I want to because
Yeah.
I never use it.
Get yourself a toaster oven.
Yeah.
Get rid of that toaster. It's useless. Just bread, bagels, right?
Yeah.
Toaster oven does everything.
Lots of different things, yeah.
Lots of different things.
Wait, that's not what I needed. I needed alloys. There we go.
Rich versus Jack multiplayer next stream. Oh God, no! Rich will destroy me. I'm still playing on Rookie
I've never touched the multiplayer.
and mostly getting my ass handed to me.
No interest in multiplayer. That's Rich Evans.
Right. Toaster oven is great for quesadilla. You're right. Let's see here. Using proximity mines, then kill zone before ambushing enemy is pretty OP.
Yeah, there's different things you can do.
You can get proximity mines?
You know what? I actually haven't run across them.
I
It's
haven't
probably
either.
a grenade research that I didn't get to before beating the game.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah,
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
I did find poison grenades fairly effective.
Oh, yeah. Toaster ovens are greater than microwaves. That's right, Dr. Jackstraw. Toaster ovens are the greatest. And we live in the era of the toaster oven. I'm not saying like life before the toaster oven would have been like that much less, but I mean it's good. It's a good time to be here. Also, we live in the era of indoor plumbing.
This is true. That's been around for a couple of years now.
Just a few. And you know, every time that the waste material that my body creates leaves the house, I just think to myself, what a great day. I press a button and my poop leaves my house.
It's just gone.
Just gone. And it's like, what a great day.
People take these things for granted.
Yep. Damn it, Jack. I've emailed you guys for years and never gotten any pizza rolls. I'm not.
They must have gotten lost in the mail.
I'm not in charge of pizza roll allocation, and I'm really sorry about that. Make sure contact at redlettermedia.com, and they'll be able to help you out. Get you your pizza rolls. I'm vice president of pizza roll distribution. I'm working my way up, and if I can get to president, I will help you. I need your votes. Jay, I sent you a copy of Wake in Fright over a year ago.
I know. I haven't watched it. I will eventually. Well, I guess if you're watching it on Movie Dicks tomorrow.
If you are joining us tomorrow, I recommend watching your DVD for the best quality possible.
Okay.
There you go.
That is a possibility.
There you go. All possible.
Hostile forces are attacking the outpost. Eliminate all enemy units and protect those civilians. Advent came
There's so many movies.
There's so many movies.
There's so many movies to watch.
There's so many things to consume.
It's true.
Movies, games, books. Just to name a few. Ooh, a pretty waterfall. Gus Baker, you don't have to wonder where all the poop goes. You can look at your city plans and find out where your sewer system goes, and you probably have some sort of poop reclamation plant. We got Milorganite here in Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
They take all of our poop and turn it into human fertilizer called Milorganite.
They manufacture it in Milwaukee, right?
Yes.
I remember there was some weird thing way back when I used to work at the hardware store, where we did not carry Milorganite because even though it was made in Milwaukee, for us to order it and have it sent to the store, it would have to come from a distribution place outside of Milwaukee. Like, it would have to leave Milwaukee and then get shipped back to us from somewhere else. It was something weird like that.
Really?
Yeah, where it was like super expensive, so we just didn't carry it.
Sure.
Even though it was manufactured in Milwaukee, we could not just get it directly from a Milwaukee distributor.
Like maybe they had like an agreement with a distributor where they just shipped it all like to Chicago or whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
And then they dealt with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something weird.
That's how we deal with our poop.
Yep.
Milorganite.
We shove it in bags.
We shove it in bags. Sorry, that visual just kind of got to That's what they do all day. Shove it in bags. Jack, please congratulate Jay on finding the truth about Lauren Landon being in Drive.
Oh, Lorene Landon, yes. That was the highlight of my life.
What happened? I saw this on Twitter and I didn't quite understand it.
Okay, well, like a year ago, I rewatched Drive, which
Okay.
I had not seen since the theater. For whatever reason, I really like that movie, but for whatever reason, I had not gotten around to rewatching it. So I rewatched it like a year ago.
Okay.
And have you seen it?
Drive, yeah.
Yeah. You know the part when the driver, he puts on his stunt mask and he walks up to the Italian restaurant, it's closed, it's after hours, and he's wearing his creepy mask and just looking in the window?
Yeah.
And there's like an after hours party. Ron Perlman is like standing next to some woman and he's like laughing. And so when I rewatched the movie, I was like, that looks like Lorene Landon, who's an actress from the first two Maniac Cop movies.
Okay.
And I knew, and it's such a random thing because she doesn't have any lines. She's in like one or two shots. Mm-hmm. It's like, that would be weird to cast, like, not that she's like a famous actress or anything, but it's such a specific thing. Whereas, like, and I knew that Nicholas Winding Refn is a fan of the Maniac Cop movies. So I was like, did he put that in there as like a little Easter egg? And she's not listed in the credits. She's not on IMDb. She's not credited on IMDb for it.
Uh-huh.
I searched on the internet. I could not find any information about this.
Okay.
And so I just made a tweet about it. I was like, does anyone know if this is Lorene Landon from the Maniac Cop movies? It was driving me nuts because there was no source for it anywhere online. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of forgot about it for a while. And then the other day on just a random playlist, the song that plays over the opening credits of Drive played.
Oh.
And so I started thinking about Drive again. I started thinking about that scene again.
Uh-huh.
And for whatever reason, my first instinct was to tweet Ron Perlman. And so I tweeted him with that picture. I was like, is this Lorene Landon from Maniac Cop? And he didn't get back to me, but a bunch of people that follow me were like, you should ask Nicholas Winding Refn. He's on Twitter too.
Oh,
for whatever
okay.
reason, my first thought was to send Ron Perlman a message. Because he's in the scene with her. And then someone directed Lorene Landon's on Twitter too. So someone directed her towards it. And so she got back to me and she said, yeah, that's me.
Oh.
And I was so relieved to finally have an answer to this question.
You just went about it completely ass backwards.
Yeah.
But you got to the truth.
I got to the truth. Maybe the first person, well, not it was actually thanks to the people that follow me. They're the ones that directed it to Lorene Landon. But as a result of this magical Twitter moment, now there is resolution to Lorene Landon from the Maniac Cop movies having a cameo in Drive. Now we know.
Now we
There was
all
no
know.
information about it on the internet, and now there is. So thanks to everyone that helped uncover this mystery. We did it. It's the highlight of my week.
I mean, Jay didn't do it. Jay didn't do anything.
I planted the seed, though.
You planted a Ron
Nobody
Perlman
on the
scene.
entire internet had asked if Lorene Landon from the Maniac Cop movies was in Drive until I put it out there.
I mean, you're right.
Yes.
You're right. You just planted a weird seed, is all. Ron Perlman?
He's in the scene with her. And I wanted to type in all caps, "Help me, Ron Perlman." So that's what happened.
I think that's more importantly.
Yeah.
More important, you wanted to type "Help me, Ron." Perlman.
Yeah. If I'm gonna find out this answer, I want to do it in a humorous way. And the idea of tweeting Ron Perlman seemed like the best option.
There you go. Oh, that's true. Did you listen to the director's commentary to Drive? Did he mention it? Maybe.
There was not a director's commentary for Drive.
Oh, well then there you go.
That would have been the first thing I would have done.
Of course. Oh, and yes, someone in the chat is also corroborating that there is no commentary.
Right.
Help me, Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
It's true.
Yep.
It's true. He was.
Was that Linda Hamilton?
In Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. It wasn't a good joke, but that was my.
Oh, what was a joke?
That was my joke.
What was the joke?
Asking Ron Perlman if that was Linda Hamilton.
Oh, I see.
The whole time.
Asking him a really obvious one.
Right. Because maybe he would know that one.
Yeah. Help me, Hellboy. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have, Jay, a favorite director's commentary?
Ugh. That's a tough one.
Or just one that you've really enjoyed?
I really like Roger Ebert's commentary for Citizen Kane.
Oh.
It's very thorough. It's very detailed and very interesting. Of course, he didn't make that movie.
Well, that
But
we
it's,
know
but it's a
of.
good commentary, yeah. What's another good one? The Maniac Cop 2 commentary is actually very good.
Sure.
Because that movie, for being a super low-budget movie, there's some really fantastic stunts and car chases and things like that for such a low-budget movie. So hearing how much thought they put into that kind of stuff is good.
Oh, good.
I don't know. There's a ton of commentaries. It's hard to say.
Before the age of the podcast, I always thought that the Kevin Smith commentary tracks were something very special.
Yeah, those are good.
They existed, before everyone had a podcast, before podcasts were a thing. They existed as these like conversational.
Yeah, there's
relaxed-
lots of stories. It wasn't just directly about the making of the movie.
Yeah.
The Cannibal the Musical commentary with Trey Parker and Matt Stone. The infamous drunk commentary. That's fun.
Rich is playing this knowing that everyone is going to die.
Oh, I don't care right now.
Yeah. I see a couple people talking about how Rich is playing this one.
I have given up last mission.
Yeah. He is playing the brightest star burns the least strategy. The brightest star
I'm
burns
kind
the
of fucked
fastest.
anyway.
Right.
So I would have started a new game like an hour ago, playing on my own at home.
Right.
She still doesn't see him? Or whatever.
The Gremlins commentary. I think there's 2 different commentary tracks on it, but there's one with Joe Dante and then a lot of the cast.
Uh-huh.
And it's Howie Mandel did the voice of Gizmo.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
even know if you knew that.
I didn't.
So he's on the commentary, and then it's like Phoebe Cates and Zach Galligan and Dick Miller, who plays Mr. Futterman in the movie. He's on the commentary.
Uh-huh.
He's an older guy, and this commentary, I don't know, it's probably 10, 12 years old, maybe even more at this point. Mm-hmm. But, like, everyone's just chatting throughout the whole movie. Like, halfway through, Howie Mandel says something about doing Gizmo's voice, or, like, something related to him doing Gizmo.
Sure.
And Dick Miller just turns to him and he goes, "Oh, that's you?" Like, it took him halfway through the movie for him to even realize why Howie Mandel was there. He had no clue why Howie Mandel was on the commentary.
And just how polite of him, just to be like, well, I guess Howie Mandel's here. All right. Listen, I'm not here to make waves. I'm not here to tell who's going to let who into the commentary track.
Yeah.
But Howie Mandel?
Yeah. Just all of a sudden that realization on Dick Miller's part of like, oh, that's you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh no, I did not know that Kevin Smith was going to direct an episode of The Flash. That's good. I don't know. I like The Flash. I'm watching The Flash, and Kevin Smith is at most times a competent director. So, and really, those shows, Flash is on its second season now, so if they had a bad director, it wouldn't matter. They have momentum. They know what the actors, they know what they're all doing. At that point, guest directors are more just to keep the gears working than anything, But good for him if he likes the show, I guess. I'm actually thinking about. I enjoy The Flash a lot, and I've been thinking about catching up on Supergirl because they are now crossing over.
Okay. The Flash is that's not a Netflix show, right?
Oh, you have no soldiers.
Uh-oh.
No, Flash is CW.
Is that also Supergirl?
No,
CW?
that's the interesting part.
Oh.
Supergirl is CBS.
Okay.
But
They
Flash
have something worked out where they can have them cross over,
and
though?
the Arrow are CW, and so they're network crossing over, which is fascinating.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And Supergirl sucked. I saw like the first 2 episodes, and it was terrible. It's like, I like the Flash. If Flash is going over there, I still watch the Arrow, and the Arrow is garbage, and I don't
Yeah.
know why I still watch it. But I do. Just you know why? Just because he might run into the Flash. That's my garbage show. I'm just like, honey, you might want to go to bed. I'm going to watch my garbage TV, and I feel terrible.
I have to watch Arrow.
Oh, I do, and I feel bad every time I watch it, and I don't enjoy myself. But I don't know. I don't know why. It draws me in. Like,
You hate watch it.
I hate watch it. I
Yeah.
do.
Why bother hate watching something?
I wish I could explain it, Rich. I can't. It's soap opera trash. That's exactly what Arrow is. Just sexy people being all moody, and sometimes they punch each other.
What happens if I try to go on a mission with no soldiers?
Launch mission. See what happens. Nope.
Interesting. That it even goes here is interesting. How pathetic.
Oh, it is.
Setting course for the West Asian
But it's like it's shot horribly.
Oh, really?
It's just, and they tried to do. They're adorable.
They're trying to be a real show.
They really no. They're trying to be like edgy. Like there was the big deal about Daredevil. They had this one-shot action sequence in Daredevil, and it was masterful.
Okay.
Just one shot in a tight hallway, big fights, big moves.
Oh.
It was, and it was tense and tight. Just one shot. And so Arrow tried to do that recently, like a one shot. And people are escaping a building, so we'll have like dust explode and everything. And it looks like it was shot like with a handy cam, big wide angle. None of the debris gets anywhere near the actors. No tension.
Is it like a GoPro, maybe?
Could have been a lens corrected GoPro, not wide angle.
Okay.
It just looked shitty.
Yeah.
Just everything about that show looks shitty, but I can't stop watching it because of the sexy people punching each other.
The Daredevil one, what kind of camera angle is it? Is it like constantly moving around, or
No, it's.
is it like? Have you seen Old Boy? The
You know
famous
what?
hallway.
I've never seen Old Boy. No,
Do you know about the famous hallway fight in that? That's all one
I
shot.
don't.
Oh, okay.
So it
I was
might
wondering
be.
if it's similar to that.
it starts on his back.
Okay.
and he walks in.
The Old Boy one is like it's almost like a side scroller video game type angle.
Oh, okay.
I want to see the end. I want to see the fail end.
You're just gonna go until
Yeah,
you fail.
yeah.
Cool. All right.
Shut up.
Oh, apparently that scene was a love letter to Old Boy. Not,
Okay.
It's not side scroller. It's all from kind of like Daredevil's perspective, but from behind him.
Okay.
And so like you see the hallway in front of you. And I think when it goes, it might look into doors a little bit. It's great. Great scene, great shot. That was the turning point in Daredevil where you're like, this is going to be a good show.
Okay.
And
Still need to watch it.
What happens?
I don't think Daredevil tried to one up the old boy fight. They did what they did, man.
Wait, let me hear this.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
This is Rich's first failure.
XCOM is no more.
I had something that basically failed. I just restored it.
Peacekeepers have reduced the last of their stronghold to ashes. And with it, the fragmented remains of the old world are finally washed away. Thank you for your continued support. And thank you to the elders for their guidance through this crisis. Long live Advent. Long live the elders.
Ooh. You fucked up, Rich.
Oh yeah, I know. It all went bad. That one mission where I was on the roof, the hill. That's where everything turned.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty
I'm
good.
very
I was doing pretty
sorry.
good before then.
Oh, well, that's good.
But shit happens.
Yeah. Did you see trailer for season 2 of Daredevil?
No.
I like that actor. That actor who's going to be Punisher.
Oh, it's the guy from Walking Dead,
Guy
right?
from Walking Dead. Oh, he's going to be good. Oh, he's
He looks like like he'd make a good Punisher.
I'm pretty psyched. Trying not to get too psyched, but I'm pretty psyched.
All right, I am done.
You're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it all the same people, like creatively?
Different new showrunner.
Okay.
Same cast, except for, of course, the new guy.
Yeah.
You know, this one. What you guys didn't see, because we don't have the camera on, is
Jack just sort of fluttered his fingers around.
I twiggled my fingers to mean the Punisher. Because Jay knows what that means.
Which Walking Dead guy?
The guy that looks like he would make a good Punisher. I
He's,
don't know
he's
his
no
name of the
longer
show.
he's no longer in The Walking Dead. He's the partner, the guy who
They're
stole
like
Rick's
buddies.
wife. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Rick's buddy, the guy who
Shane?
stole Shane. Nice. Guy who stole his wife. Coral, my boy Coral. Laura, my wife.
It's so disappointing that there's a regular zombie show, like a horror show on TV, and
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, you should.
It's so Walking Dead. It's so goddamn boring. Something exciting happens like once every 8 episodes.
Get past it.
I'll try and give it a shot again someday.
If you can get past season 2, it's all good.
Okay.
Season 2 is a slog, and I'm sorry. Half of the second half of season 1 and all of season 2.
I was gonna say I was done before the end of season 1.
Yep.
Which is such a shame because that first episode is
It's
the
beautiful.
best. It's so good.
It's
The best
beautiful.
zombie movie ever made.
It's one of the
First
best.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets there.
All right.
And I hated it more than anyone. Oh man, you haven't even got to the bad stuff yet. They're on a farm.
I've heard about the infamous farmhouse
They're in
stuff.
one
yeah.
fucking house for the entire season.
Ugh.
It gets good.
All right.
We might be in a little doldrum now again,
Yeah.
but now we're in what, season 5? Like, for a couple seasons there.
Any donations we missed?
Let me see what is going on here. I am got, says Rich. Looks like it's FTL time. Struggle is real right now. Also, how excited are you guys for Dark Souls the Deuce? If you mean Dark Souls,
He's a trace?
the Trace, Dark Souls 3.
He's one of those. The second one didn't count.
Oh, sure.
Horrible guy. That's my guess. That's my guess.
I'm not that into Dark Souls.
I don't get hyped for like anything anymore. Even XCOM 2, like before it came out, I was like, oh, I'm sure I'll love it when it comes out. But
Yeah.
I wasn't like drooling before it came out.
I let it happen every once in a while still, and I know I shouldn't. I let my heart feel something, and I know I shouldn't. You guys know I love Bloodborne. It's one of my favorite games. Favorite game of last year. Best game of last year. and Dark Souls 3, made by the same people. I don't care about the Dark Souls world. I don't care about that medieval world. I love Bloodborne because of the monsters and the horror.
But the gameplay will probably be
Probably. I don't.
similar.
Yeah, but I don't care about that as much as the world of Bloodborne.
All right.
That's what
That's fun.
That's what draws me in and lets me deal with the intense difficulty is the horror. Oh,
That was a yawn.
I wish we had the camera for that. Rich started yawning, and it just looked like his mouth was agape in horror because he didn't make any noise. So I thought he read something that shocked him, and I was like, "What did you read? What did you read?"
You know what I read that shocked me? Comically small skeleton.
April, I love you for 19 months in a row. Oh wait, you gotta scroll up. You missed. We're gonna
Oh
miss
my
some.
God! Yeah, you're right. Tiberius Kirk.
Magnus P.U. 13 months in a row. And comically small skeleton. April, I love you.
Noe M.N.
Mo Key B85. 20 months in a row.
The big 2-0.
The
Just this guy you know. 14 months in a row.
I like that. Bill Lehecka. 20 months in a row. The big 20.
Diathex.
One small bowl.
Ragged Scribe.
Holden Madicki.
Mr. Creepy.
Wilkins the Clown for 13 months in a row.
A Clockwork Stalin. 16 months in a row.
Oh God, I lost my place.
Professor Physics.
Professor Physics, sciencing it up for 15 months in a row.
T. Carsile. T. Carsile. Carl Isle. Is the S silent?
Carlisle.
Like
Usually
island?
the S is silent.
Yeah. T. Carlisle 4.
Jay just got here. He knows the stuff.
I know how to read and pronounce words.
Orbital plane.
Tear both eyes out.
Halibut barn. Also, alternately, halibut barn. Wait,
Yeah. What?
wait, is it halibut or halibut?
Halibut.
Is that how you pronounce the fish, or is it halibut?
Halibut.
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 Halibut barn. Butt barn.
And Cade Cartwright. 12 months in a row.
1 year.
Thank you for subscribing. We really appreciate it.
Is true.